Hey guys, thanks for joining me today, and in this short video I'm going to give you some tips on how to waste less food, save more money, and how to start cooking root to leaf. What is root to leaf? Well, before we get started, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this, as well as my other videos on faith, health, and beauty all year round. Root to leaf means you use every bit of what you buy, from in the dirt bottom to the leaf tippy top. And cooking like this and using all your fruits and vegetables not only helps you waste less food, but it also ensures you save your maximum amount of money by eating everything you purchase, and it often helps you eat better. So that's a huge win. There are certain vegetables that you can do this with, and hopefully these are some that you eat. So let's quickly go over a few. Leeks. Now I love leeks. They're very firm and fibrous, but when you cook them they soften and they taste absolutely delicious. And usually when you have recipes, you're told to cut off the green parts and use them and throw away the bottom part. Well, not me, I'm not going to do that. So what you can do is add them to your soup or your stock or broth that you're making. You can also cut them and saute them and add them to your pasta. You can use them in eggs the same way you would onions in an omelet, and you can do the same thing with green onions. I don't throw away green onions, I eat the entire thing. When I make a salad, I cut up the green as well as the white parts, cut the tip off, and I add the whole thing to my salad, to a recipe. I never throw away an entire green onion. To me, that doesn't make sense, but hey, what do I know? Beet greens are also some of the most delicious and healthy greens you could ever have. Again, most recipes tell you to cut and throw away the greens. No, you can take them and you can put them in a food processor along with some seasonings that you like and some oil, and make a beet pesto. And because beets and chard are in the same plant family, actually chard comes from beet greens. They are just chard leaves and they taste very similar. Sometimes they can be a little strong, but it's a good strong and it tastes really good. Saute the beet greens in some olive oil with garlic. Use some of those garlic skins I told you about in another video. Drizzle with lemon juice. Also, they're great in a salad. Chop up those leaves, mix them in with your other green, eat them as well. And I always buy my beets with leaves. I will not buy beets that have the stems and leaves cut off. I actually save the stems. I cut off the leaves and the stems. I save the stems and I juice them with my juice blends when I'm doing fruit and vegetable blends. And I use the leaves, as I mentioned, in salad, in a pesto. I saute them. I do so much with them. They actually last a very long time in your crisper drawer. I tend to put them in those freezer bags that are the gallon size, so they have a lot of air, can circulate, and they don't mold. Carrot leaves are also some of those things that people throw out. You've seen Bugs Bunny eat them. He eats the whole carrot. He doesn't eat the carrots and throw away the leaves. Neither should you. Again, you can make a pesto with the carrot leaves, and you can also put them into stocks in soup. You can also make a chimichurri with them. You can saute them in oil and spices just like other greens. They are very, very healthy. Another thing that I do, when I want more nutrition in a juice, a vegetable juice, I add those carrot leaves. I prefer to buy carrots with the leaves. I don't all the time because usually they cost more, but when they're on sale, I do get them. Fennel. Ooh, fennel greens and fennel tops and fennel stalks. They are usually sold in stores without those stalks. But when you get the stalks and you get the leaves and fronds, they're called, on the end, you have hit the jackpot. There's also recipes on how to use the fennel bulbs themselves, but the stems or the stalks, you can chop them up and use them with your favorite dips. Eat them. They taste so good. Try one before you put in the dip. They're actually very sweet and very tasty and very crunchy, and you can eat those in place of carrots and other crunchy vegetables. Eat them in place of chips. They're so good. Cut them in half. You can spread dips and things on them as well and eat them that way. They smell so good. And the fronds, I use the same way I would use dill, and I learned that tip from one of my cousins. I save all those fronds, I dry them out in the dehydrator, or I leave them fresh in a little baggie, and then when I'm making salads or I'm cooking soups or making different foods and they said add dill, I add fennel fronds. They work just as well. Cilantro stems. Now this is one that surprised me when I learned this tip because I didn't think there was a use for them. But you can take the bunch of stems on cilantro, chop them up, and take that herby flavor and add it to your salads, add it to your soups. It has the same exact flavor as the leaves, so why throw it out? Every stem, every stalk, every leaf adds up. You're throwing away money when you don't use them. And not only that, when you do use them, it's an impactful way to not only get creative, to prevent more food waste, and to do your part in helping to upcycle food and make it easier on your budget. Stretching that budget is so important, especially now with the rise in prices and everything all around the world, food particularly. Why not go ahead and make the best use of most of those items? If these root to leaf cooking tips have been helpful for you, let me know in the comments below. If you have some of your own, share them with us. Type them down below and let us share your knowledge and wisdom and stretch our budget as well. So that's it for now. My name is Julie. Stay tuned for more helpful hints on how to stretch your budget, transform many items you normally throw away into delicious additions or meals for you and your family. Continue to be happy, healthy, and whole. See you next time.